Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Jimmy.
And I am Kyle.
Yeah, and we are playing another battle report. Now, a few of you might remember that we did a poll online, and these were the two armies that didn't really win. So we thought we'd bring them anyway because we did want to play them, hence why they were in the poll. So it is Eldari versus Adeptus Mechanicus, and we today are playing Displays of Spiritual Might. Yes, I got it right. Which is basically a take and hold mission, so hold one, hold two, hold more. You get points for killing your opponent's units, or one victory point, I think, for each unit killed. I've brought quite a horde list. Kyle's brought a very elite list with quite a few big name characters. So, will it work? At this point, it is one thing or another. So, rather than messing about, guys, just get straight to them armies. But before we do, there is a subscribe button down below and a like button. If you could smash them, that'd be very good. Let YouTube know that we exist within the algorithm.
Let us know we exist.
Yes. And yeah, just enjoy, guys. Now let's get over to them armies. Right, guys, welcome to 1,000 points of Adeptus Mechanicus today. I'm using the forgeworld Graia, something like that. I didn't know what I was going up against. I knew Kyle likes his combat armies, so just in case I survive any combat, the combat attrition would be very handy, and it offers 5 up against mortal wounds. Again, playing psychers, it's pretty handy. So moving over to my HQ today, I've got a tech priest Manipulus. He has the Warlord trait Cartogrammatist, and he has the Relic Anzion Fusagator, something like that. Anzio Fusagator. Games Workshop and their ridiculous spelling and pronunciation. So that's what he's got. Basically what they do is the Cartogrammist allows within 9 inches of any core units to add 6 inches to their weapons, as long as it is galvanic, arc or radium. And then the Fusagator is basically an additional weapon, which gives him 3d3 extra attacks, strength +2, -1, damage 1. So he's got a bit of combat capabilities. Moving over to my troops, I have a 6-man unit of Skitarii Rangers with galvanic rifles, and a Arquebus, and then an Omnispex. This squad is exactly the same, minus the Arquebus because of points. Then I have some Kataphron Destroyers with Grav-Cannons and Flamers. ×2. And then we move over to my, well, I'll do heavy support. So I have a Cybernetica Datasmith, and joining him will be 2 of the robots. They're not modelled with fists, but I am using 1 fist, 1 gun on their profile. Just that's how I'm going to do it. I just want to test the fists out, see if they're any good, because I might get some more of these in the future and build them with fists. And then going over to our elites, we have the full Grite Electro-Priests, just 5 of them. Wanted to use 10, but we don't have 10 ready just yet. And then moving over to my Sakaran Infiltrators. And then finishing it off, we have the Onega June Crawlers with the Icarus Array, the Cognis Heavy Stubber, and then, because it's free now, the Broad Spec Data Tether. One thing about this army is they all have 5 up in runs, they all have 5 up against mortal wounds. The tanky boys. So, moving over to my secondaries, I have taken the Hidden Archaeovaults, Retrieve Battlefield Data, and Assassinate. Now let's move over to the Eldar.
Jimmy wasn't kidding when he said it was an elitist army. This is 1,000 points of Ulfwe Eldari today. Leading up, it is Eldrad himself. He is the Warlord Fate Reader, so it's more of your not Miracle Dice, Fate Dice, because as his Sisters of Battle, I get to obviously do all the good shenanigans that way. Also, I have Jane Zar following up with 5 Banshees. Never used her, really want to see what she can do. Again, as Jimmy's pointed out, combat is my preference, so hopefully she can get there and do the business. 5 Rangers, I think these guys are really good, popping vital targets like some Admech boss heads, conveniently. I have 5 Wraith Blades as well with blade variants. Ulfway gives you a 6 of invuln, so they still have an invulnerable save, but in combat, the overloading attacks may do me the business. Just a cheeky Warlock. He's now classed as a character because he's on his own. Hopefully giving some buffering powers there. And then I have 2 Wraith Lords. One with twin star cannons and sugar and catapults. And this guy with his Darth Maul Slife. He has a Ghostglaive, a Bright Lance, and 2 Eldari Flamers there. My secondaries today are Scry Futures, which is an Eldar specific one, Grind 'em Down, and Assassination. Let's go over to the roll-off.
Right then, guys, here we have everything. So this is the lay of the land today. We are counting these as ruins, but if you're within or underneath this or on top of it, you can shoot out or over. If it's through, we're having it so that it's line of sight blocking. Obviously line of sight blocking, line of sight blocking, line of sight blocking, line of sight blocking, line of sight blocking. Again, if you're within the terrain, you're all good. You can shoot out of it or be shot. That's pretty much it for the lay of the land. Now it is time for the roll-off. So, Mr. Kyle, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. It's off the table.
3.
3. I get a 1. It looks like it's going to be Eldar, turn 1.
Turn 1 for the Eldari. Just a few housekeeping before we continue. The Ark of Vault secondary from Jimmy is that one, hence why the infiltrators are there. My movement consisted of these Banshees and James are advancing. With my fate dice, I got an advance, I got a psychic test, I got a save throw, and I got a wound. And if you guys don't know, it's instant automatic 6 if I use it. I use the 6 for James R to make sure she's pretty much going to get there. The Banshee's got 2, so I use a CP to re-roll that to get into a 4. And so that's where they are. The Rangers are staying put because there's not really many targets. Granted, there is these guys here, but I'd rather keep them safe for later turns. The Warlock has done Scry Futures, my secondary, on this so psychic objective. So if you guys don't know, every objective I can use a psychic action on, and it bags me 3 victory points, so apologies. So that one is basically, I gathered all the information I could possibly get, so that's good. So it's 3 points in my tally. These guys have advanced up because I'm trying to get onto this middle objective. These guys are 1 on the advance, so that's why Eldrad is just staying put, guarded by all the Wraith Blades. He has Doom, Guide, and Fortune as his psychic powers. I can use them all free because he's a boss. Guide did go off, but Fortune didn't. But if you flip over this side of the board, Doom did on these destroyers down here. Shroud Sam is in play for me, which basically gives me the benefits of light cover, even though I don't think I really need it with how this terrain is and everything else. No, my shooting is very limited anyway, so realistically it may not come up that much this turn, but because I got over a 10, I could do 24-inch range, so I could pretty much pick them a lot, but I thought these guys are more likely to come around this side. So on, and so on. So guys, in effect down here, I have done my secondary on this objective. advance pretty much the duration of my army. These guys, as most people know, can advance and charge. So there's a little bit of like shooting, mainly from this guy, and then yeah. So let me give a dice and see what this guy can actually do.
So here we go now. This Wraith
Lord.
That's the one. Going into these poor little chaps here. So we'll start with these shuriken catapults. Hitting on 3s, yeah?
And because he's guided, he gets to reroll.
Oh, does he now? He gets to reroll one of them.
I'll hit. Toughness 3 or 4?
Let me just double check. I should have checked this earlier. I am a naughty, naughty man. I think it's 3. Pretty sure it's 3. It is toughness 3. Strength 4, randomly enough.
So, freeze to wound.
After that disaster, the star cannons are going to light the way. Yeah, reroll. Oop.
Okay, so hitting's alright.
Hitting's fine. This will probably be wounding on 2s, I imagine.
Do I use one of my fate dice? Because it's probably not going to use much next turn. So I'll just auto wound. And I'll roll the 3. Strength 7, so it'll be 2s to wound.
2s.
So 3 at
5s.
Yeah.
5 up, Inlands, baby.
Wow.
I will go see myself out.
The Banshees shot their pistols and managed to kill 1.5 of these bad boys. I was going to use Jane's as like Flying Disc of Doom. That's its official name. But it would make the charge a little bit harder, and I want to go into glorious combat.
No.
And that's where we will go next. Oh yeah.
Charging now, 5s required from both sets of ladies.
Jane's out first.
She's in.
And then a Banshees.
They're not in.
We'll CP reroll that.
He's going to CP reroll. No. Oh, this is going to be an interesting fight. Jane's are now going to tear my poor little men at you.
Well, we'll see. Hitting on 2s with the piercing strike.
Ooh.
Right, dropping 1.
Yeah, I'll take it. Wounding on 2s.
Come on now, chop.
That was your strength 6 on a piercing strike. Dropping 2. 3. So one of these will survive. Yeah. 5 required on invulns.
Yes.
Ooh, no. Just the 1. So 2 are dead. Right, because Jane Zar is the worst character ever to exist in this game. She minuses 1 attack and minuses 1 to hit. So I've gone from 5 attacks to 3 attacks, and from hitting on 3s to hitting on 4s. So I'm going to roll the dice. Hitting on 4s. Ooh. We will never speak of this again.
Turn 1 complete for the Eldari. I'm pretty gutted about this. Needing a 5 and get to re-roll, and I still managed to fail is really annoying. But we move on. Bagging myself 3 points for the secondary with the Warlord down here. But annoyingly, Jimmy will bag this because of...
Oh no, they've got to survive another round of thingy first.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
So they have to basically survive Jane's Art, which is, well, they're doing alright for now. Well, they're doing alright for now. They're doing alright. But put myself in good position, holding 2 objectives, potentially 3 if Jane's Art does the business next turn, but we shall see. But yeah, that is that. 3 points, grinding down is not going to happen unless I kill them, and Jimmy doesn't kill any of my units. Assassination is well and truly not going to think because they're all down here. So, Adeptus Mechanicus, turn 1, activate. Beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop.
Turn 1 for the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Manipulus has put his special aura onto here. I realised I've wasted his Warlord trait. I could deep strike a Cult Mechanicus thing. I messed up. I do apologise, Admech players, because my plan was originally to deep strike one of these units. But I'm stupid and I forgot. So apologies. Right, here we go. This is everything that's moved. They've moved up and done retrieve battlefield data. These guys have moved up 6 inches. This guy's just shuffled around to get shots on the wary guys up in the top corner. Oh, can you actually see them? Come on, focus! Yes, he can. When it focuses, you can. It's not just a blur. These guys have advanced 6. These guys have advanced 6. This guy down here has advanced 6. I got lucky with the rolls. These guys advanced 2. Didn't get lucky there. This guy's just moved up behind just to get some shots off over onto quite possibly I forgot the name of it, the Wraith Lord. I'm always forgetting. And that's it. That's my movement for this turn and the 1 command phase action. I could have done a command phase action onto the robots, but not just yet. And I know that the robots can be in some kind of stance. But for now, unless I need to put them into a stance, I think I can just quietly, confidently leave them in no battlefield protocol. But if I've got to be in a protocol, I'll do the one that gives them a 5+. Not 5+ in, they've already got that. A 2+ save, if I have to. But for now, I shouldn't be doing. And that's about it. Let's go over to my shooting phase. A lot of stuff has advanced. Oh, and I must stress as well, these guys have fallen back outside of heroically intervening distance, but enough onto this objective to control it, to score me 5 on the Arc of Vaults at the end of this turn. Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. Right, guys, going into my shooting. Yeah, let's head over there now.
Starting off with these destroyers shooting their heavy guns through the rocks and the trees into these banshees. So 5's required to start.
Here we go, 5s. Not bad, but not great. I don't think I get any rerolls. So, shame it wasn't 4s. And then we have 3s to wound. All of them. So that's 5 wounds at -3, sir. And it's technically damage 2 because you have an armor save of 3+.
Well, I've got the boss lady has 3 wounds, so we will do them one at a time to see what happens. So 5 wind runs. Did you say 5, right?
Yep.
So 1 dead, 2 dead,
Okay.
survived, 3 dead, 4 dead.
4 dead, so just the lady left.
After the volleys destroyed the banshees, Jimmy was going to elect to shoot all the guns into the boss banshee, but basically I've killed them in a way that he can't see her, and obviously these guys can't shoot as well, so she's safe for now. But we are going to go over to the second of the tanks, and he's going to shoot all his volley into this Wraith Lord. Showtime with all the missiles, baby.
So the Daedalus missile launcher starting, hitting on 3s. Hits, wounding on 5s. Doesn't wound. And then we go to the Gatling missile launcher, so these are hitting on 3s. They're not. And then wounding on 5s. 1 wound, sir, at -2, so it's a 4-up save because he's benefiting from the pipe.
Yep.
Hey, take that 1 damage.
Okay.
That whole 1 damage. And now the Icarus autocannon hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound, sir, at -1, so 3-up save, but this one is 2 damage. Nice, fine. And then finally the Cognis auto stubber gun, they all hit, wounding on wounding on 6s. Cool, well that was a very, very naff shooting thing.
So, lost a wound, yes?
Lost a single wound.
Oh no. Arquebus sniper time is going into the Warlock. So, hitting on 4s because he's moved.
Hits.
Good start.
Need a 6 ideally here, but wounding on 2s? No, 5. So it's -2.
Is that all your shooting to be done?
Yeah, from that squad, so... Cool. Good times. So that's the end of my turn 1. Not that eventful, but I do score 5 for being technically in control of that. Which is very, very, very good. This next turn could potentially hit. Oh, it's not good when they're all toughness goddamn 8 and all my weapons are strength 7 and below. And I did forget to fire him, but I think he might have just been out of range. Which is fine, because you'd have passed it anyway. So, we will head over to Eldar, turn 2.
Turn 2 for the Eldari, bagging me 8 points for the primary for holding 2, but Jimmy also did hold 2, so no more for me. My fate dice was 1 advance, 1 charge, 1 hit and 1 wound. I've done the auto advance with James R, so that's why she's literally there. I've advanced the Banshee boss onto the objective 2, thinking hiding there and potentially combating these guys if I get lucky. This Wraith Lord has just moved up and the Warlock has advanced just so he can hopefully get away from most of the firepower down there, but if they move, you know, it might be bye-bye, but he's still defending them. The Rangers have moved up so they can eye up some targets this turn, holding objective number 3. The Wraith Lord down here has just moved up, eyeing up some other combats as well. And the Wraith Guard and Eldrad have just moved. This is breachable, so these guys can bomb into these lines as well. Psychic we will do off camera and we'll recap it in the start of the shooting phase, guys. And this is how the Psychic phase went. A full house, so Guide is on him, so reroll the hits. Fortune is on him, giving him a 5-up shrug. These poor suckers have been jinxed and doomed, so that should be pretty nasty for them indeed. So, shooting phase, I'm going to start with this Wraith Lord. I'll get the dice and we'll see what he can do.
Just before we declare what is shooting, just to let you guys know, the admin on the Admech side, here we go. We have the Litany of the Electromancer on all the cult units, so it'll be these geezers here, not the Skitari units, but these guys here. But then on the Skitari, I've gone for the Doctrina, the Conqueror's Imperative, which basically makes a weapon skill +1 and ballistic skill -1. That's that. So we move over to this wonderful Wraith Lord that is now on 8 wounds. Yes. He is going to shoot his catapults into these poor little gentlemen here.
Right, so hitting on 3s. Okay. So dropping 2. That's fine. And then it is...
What strength is the weapon?
4. So your strength is 5, aren't you? So 5's rerolling.
Yeah.
Just the one?
Just the one.
AP -1, but you have also -1 to your arm save.
-1 to my arm
save.
So 5 up in wound, 5 up save. So just let me grab my dice and then we go. Hiya! No, 1 wound down on 1 of them.
Okay, and then it is the cannons in on 3s, dropping 2. It is freeze to him this time. I get to reroll because of duel.
Duel.
Invons.
2 5-ups. 1 save, 1 fail. Damage, sir?
I do believe it's 2.
If that's the case, that'll be 1 dead.
Let me double check.
We'll be back in a moment, guys. Rangers now are shooting into my little cybernetic man. So, hitting on 3s, you said?
Purely just because of the moves.
Yeah.
Okay, so dropping a few. I'm gonna use my auto wound.
Cool.
Which would give that will mortal in addition, and then I'll roll to see if a wound's unlabeled. I do not. So it's just 1 armor save at -1.
Cool. So my 5 up mortal wound for my Graia, Gorilla, Chirilla goes through. So he's lost 1 wound. And then my other guy is fine on his invuln.
Brilliant.
Sweet. So he is 1 wound down. He has 3 wounds remaining. So Jane Zard, because she's the worst character to exist in Warhammer 40k ever, is throwing her diamond encrusted blade of bladeness.
Reminds me of Xena. Right.
Into these bikers. So, well, I said bikers. Well, they got a biker key.
Right, all hit. Good start.
All miss because it's 6's down.
Freeze to wound, re-rolling because of doom. Right, re-roll naturally because it's cocked. Right, there, that. Re-roll that one because it's cocked. Okay, right, and then roll. Oh, that's already there.
Oh, cheating.
And that one.
Oh, cheating.
Right, so it's 5 AP free, but you've got your 5 up invulns basically.
Yeah, 5 up invuln.
Looking for them invulns there.
Yeah, woo!
Hey.
Not too bad. 3 down. That is another one dead. So, as you can see, there is 4 1s and a single 2, and no more Scutari. His flamers went crispy bacon and bacon crispy. So, annoyingly, these Scutari are dead. Now the Bright Lance is going into my Kataphron Destroyers. So, sir, what are you needing? A 3?
A 3. I've got a 3 in my pull to auto hit, but I've got re-rolls with guide, so I might as well chance it. Alright.
Didn't make a difference.
Freeze to wound.
Freeze to wound, you say?
That is a special Eldar 3. Why? Ah! Doom!
You did that above the camera.
Charge phase. Jane's Art is going to charge this last destroyer. This Wraithlord is going to charge the Rangers or infiltrators. The boss Banshee is going to do the exact same down there. The Wraith Guard are going to breach the walls and go into the destroyers down on this flank here. But the first one I will be doing is the Wraithlord, because Jimmy's going to be elected to Overwatch with his flamers and his normal guns. But because his toughness 8, it'll be 6s to win with the flamers. So let's get a dice and we'll see what I can do. And just like that, everything got in. To be honest, I got a lot of high numbers. She got a 12, he got an 11. These guys all got in as well. I used my 6 to charge from a Wraithlord to guarantee it. Jimmy did Overwatch, burnt a CP, and managing to clink just the 1 wound off him. So that is that. Yeah, a lot of attacks are going to go into Jimmy's forces. So we'll see what we can do. Yeah, so I'll have a little think, just in case Jimmy interrupts, which I'm sure he probably isn't going to do that. But yeah, I'll be back in a second, guys.
So no surprises here, wiped out. And no surprises here, wiped out as well. That has netted Kyle another 2 victory points because it is literally gain additional for killing units. So that's all good. Now we have this big melee here. Mr. Kyle is just preparing his dice. I think we're going to start with the Wraithlord.
No, Brave Blades, I think.
Brave Blades, interesting. Okay, cool. So we'll grab them dice and we'll be back in a minute. 35 attacks? 25 attacks going in. So you ready to roll, sir? Watch out for Mr. Farseer, man.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Mixed
So
bag.
we'll pause that. 19 have gone through. So here we go. What are you needing again? Is it force?
Freeze. That's not as good.
No, it doesn't look good from the first offie.
So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 5 ups.
12, 5 up. 5's required, apparently. Hoo-yah! Oh, no. I dropped 1. Doesn't matter what it'll be, because I only passed 1. So that is dead, and dead.
And that is that for combat. Jimmy is struck back with the Admech doing no damage there. Pretty successful for the Eldar. Killing quite a lot of units, gave me 3 extra points for the primary. Grinding down is pretty much a given. unless I roll ridiculously bad or Jimmy levels up. Scour Futures is still ongoing, but with my Warlock eyeing up this target or Eldari just standing pretty on 1, the likelihood is I will get some more points next turn. But I am, let's face it, in the deep end, and the Admech I really need to pull themselves out of it. But they've still got a lot of firepower, they've still got a lot of punch, they've got the robots with the big fists, but I've also got robots with big fists, so we shall see.
Fisting robots!
Yes, let's move on to Admech, turn 2.
So, here we go, scoring only 4 for the primary, annoyingly. A football reference here. Box-to-box midfielders are usually guys that can go from one box to another box, no problem. Unfortunately, I'm boxed in, so I am having to move quite cautiously. So, as you can see, we have the guys moved around from here. I'm about to put a lot of firepower into Jane Zar. Yeah, that's about it really. I am snookered in. I need to try and deal with as much of this as possible in this turn. If not, it could go very, very badly. Right guys, back in a moment with the shooting phase.
These ugly robots, I really do not like them.
Mate, they look like Betamax from that film.
Big Aero 6.
That's the one.
I was thinking, is it the one? He's going to shoot all their payload into Jane's R.
So I'm starting with it's heavy 3, and it's strength 6, -2, 1 damage. So I'll do both of them first. So 6 shots hitting on 4s, annoyingly. So yeah, not bad actually, not bad at all. And then wounding you on 3s. That'll do. So these are -2.
Okay, so I get a 4-up invoke. I'll drop 2.
Cool. And then next load, I'll...
So how much that? Just
2 damage.
Okay.
And then next lot, hitting on 4s again.
Nice.
Not bad. And then wounding again on 3s. Ooh. This will be only -1 this time, but it's 2 damage up.
3 of them, yeah?
3 of them, yeah. Do you pass them all? I haven't passed them all. Damn it. Okay, these robots really do suck.
The Warlord is levelling his gun into Jane's R. 2s followed by 2s.
So 2.
Ooh.
Followed by 2.
Ooh.
Followed by a 4 up England. Quick.
She's destined to live. Live! Next up, the Doom Crawler is levelling all the guns downward into Jane's R. Hopefully doing more damage than the Warlord. Fingers crossed, man.
And the robots.
Yes. Go for it, sir.
Okay, so the Conquer Imperative has screwed me here because I'm -1 ballistic skill. So I'm hitting on 4s now. So the big missile, luckily it hits, needs a 2 to wound. I'm going to burn a CP. There we go. That is -3, sir, so 4 up in them. Nope. Are you going to burn a CP? It's
Nope.
D6 damage.
No, it's not.
Oh, what are you going to do?
They only can lose 3 wounds per phase, mate.
She can.
So you've literally capped it. So well done. Oh, got it!
I am going to use the Electromancer's Wrath. I think it is a stratagem. I'm going to put it into the Swordsman, the Wraith Guard. So basically I roll the dice, and on a 2 to 5 they take D3 mortals. If I roll a 6 they take 2D3.
That's very tasty.
So, yeah. After the Wrath was a total failure, these guys shot into here doing a single wound. This guy shot everything into here doing 2 wounds, and that was about it. That is roughly how it goes. So my plan now is to charge these gentlemen into these, and then these gentlemen into Jane Zar. Right, might as well just do it now. So these guys going into here. Here we go. 5, they should be in.
Yeah.
And then the guys into chains are needing about a 2. Yep, they're in as well. So we'll move those guys in and we're back in a moment. Forgetting that this guy is a little bit of a beat stick, I've decided to throw him in as well. I might as well, because I feel like their fist ain't going to be enough. But Mr. Kyle has just informed me that she can declare who she wants to not fight first. So which one are you taking it off of? The robots or the Warlord?
Yeah, so it obviously says that the enemy unit is not eligible to fight this phase until after all eligible units from your army have done so. I am probably going to put it on to the robots so your Warlord can go.
Okay. Oakley dokley. Right then.
But just a disclaimer, if we've read that wrong, because fight first and all that is a bit of a technicality, it's a bit of a pain in the bum, by all means let us know in the comments down below.
I will start, and this will give you a chance to burn 2 CP and attack with said Warlord, if you want to. I'm going to start with the Priests, because I feel like you would attack with I feel like you're going to interrupt anyway. And I feel like if I can do mortal wounds on these guys and weaken them, it's less hits coming in. If I lose my Warlord and get assassinated, fine. Then they do get a free hit against her. Big brain moves, guys. Big brain move.
So we start with the Electro-Priests, hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s, because toughness 6, Wraith. Knights, not Knights. I wish there were a squad of Wraith Knights. Wraith Guard. Big chunky boys.
Hitting on 3s. Oh god, that just knocked that from a 5 to a bloody 1. Great stuff. And then wounding you on 5s, 6s do mortals, but end there. So,
okay.
2 mortals. So 4 mortals in total, and that's it. 4 mortals in total, sir. So you're going to have to roll your...
So I am Ulfway, so I get 5 obstructs against mortals. And I managed to save 1, so it means 1's dead and 1 is down to 2 wounds remaining.
So, no surprises, interruptions are happening. So she is hitting my Warlord. She hits on 3s because it's -1 thanks to the Litany of the Electromancer. Okay, so she dropped 1, that's not too bad. Wounding on 3s. Dropping another 1. So 4 is
5 up in one.
I need at least 2 here. Where did the other one go? Oh.
Where's there?
Nope, he is dead. Actually, do you know what? Screw it, I'll burn my last CP. He is dead. Oh no. So we have these guys attacking into here now. 20 attacks hitting on 3s, you said?
Yes, let's do a bit more coherence. There we go. Right, 3s to hit. Okay. I always focus on the bad ones, the bad ones. Right, okay, 2s to wound because I am strength 6 and toughness 3. Okay, so that is 2, 5, 8, 10, 15 wounds, good sir.
15, that's 9, that's 10, that's 11, that's 12, 13, 14, 15. All my dice that is on the table. So here we go. So, all of these pass. Okay, so pass 5. And then my feel no pains. I need to pass at least 6 of these, and I do not. The unit is dead.
The robots are ready to pummel Jenzar to oblivion. So, hitting on 5s though, that's the killer. Okay.
Eating 2s. If you fail this, she dies. She is dead!
She is dead.
Huzzah!
Oh dear, oh dear.
So this fight now, come on sir, you might as well roll. Hit on 3s.
Rerolling because of guide. Full house. 3s to wound.
3s to wound.
Full house.
5 for inland speed. Pass 2 of them.
Okay.
Damage.
D3 plus 3.
Oh, of course it is.
So that's 6, and that is 5. So 11 damage in total.
They only have 11 wounds. Does it explode? Well, it doesn't if it falls into there. It actually kills everything on the board. Yay! Admech win! So, she's not quite dead just yet. There is a stratagem. The phoenix will rise again, born again.
Reborn. Phoenix.
On a 4+, she returns on how many wounds?
Pass. I'll read it once I get a 4. It's probably a 1. It's a 4.
That's his full wounds. I'm flipping this table.
D3 wounds.
Okay.
For 2.
For 2. Okay.
So she's back.
Yeah, she's back. Let me guess.
Here, and she's with 2 wounds. But then it's your turn, so that's a good thing.
No, it's just been my turn.
It's my turn.
It will be your turn.
Yeah, boy.
He's even forgotten which turn it is.
I just got giddy because I brought. Oh no, she's got 5 wounds now, mate, and now 1.
Oh, no.
And 2. There we go. Got it.
Okay. Right, guys, I will be back in my recap. So, a great turn. I was meant to kill stuff that turn, and instead, I got killed. I scored 4 for the primary, 3 for assassinate because I technically killed her before she returned from the grave. But now it's Mr. Kyle's turn, and my guess is he's just going to sweep and clear up in his turn 3. So this is going to be fun. If you want to watch that, stay tuned. So yeah, guys, we will have a explosive turn 3, and then I think that'll probably be it. We'll be able to call it, we'll be able to go to bed, and all that good stuff. So if you're still watching, thank you for sticking around. I hope you've subscribed. Please put, oh my god, I can't believe the comeback down in the comments below. That'll make people go, what? And then we know we're actually trolling them. So, enough of me waffling. Let's go on to Eldar turn 3.
Eldari, turn 3, and what a turn 2 it was indeed. I have gained these, so 2 wounds, 1 psychic, and actually saying I've used a psychic already, and then 1 save. What I've done, the Warlock has moved on to objective 2 and done Scour Futures, managing to bag that, so 3 points in my pool. This Wraith Lord has just moved up. Still anchored on 2, but able to shoot some targets. Jenzar has moved up, potentially double charging these 2 down here. The Banshee has just moved up just to cause some nuisance, possibly tagging them and stopping Overwatch going ahead. The Wraith Lord has moved around, eyeing up this objective and potentially flaming these guys as well. And Eldrad is just sitting pretty, buffering all the psychic powers, so he's doomed the robots, and he has put Guide and Fortune on the Wraith Guard. If this turn goes to plan, will probably put me in a very, very comfortable lead and would possibly make Jimmy cry. Oh dear indeed. Shooting phase complete, because we want to get into that glorious combat, boys and girls. Jenzar's blades sliced down Datasmith, bagging me 3 for the assassination. The sniper rifles shot, taking some of the Vanguard troops, and the Flamers finished the rest. The Bright Lance failed to wound the Dune Crawler, and the cannons on the Wraith Lord, managing to take 3 off one of the robots. Charging is going to go like this. Jenzar and the Banshee is going to charge into the robots with the Wraith Guard. She's obviously going to stop Overwatch happening. The Wraith... let me think how I'm going to do this. No. Jenzar's going to charge into the big guy to count Overwatch. The Banshee's going to charge into this robot. They count Overwatch. These are going to charge into there. And the Wraith Lord is going to charge into there, stopping Overwatch completely. So
just to let you know, I wasn't going to Overwatch anyway. Joke's on you.
I'll move everything in, and yeah, we'll see what I can do.
Starting with the Wraith Blades. 20 attacks, hitting on 3s, I believe.
Correct.
Wounding on... Oh, what's strength here?
6.
Strength 6? I'm pretty sure I'm toughness 7. Let me just double check these. I think this might be a win for the Admech here.
They need it.
Not half. So here we go. What's it now? They'll be like toughness 5. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And they are toughness 7, yes!
So...
Hit on 3s, wounded on 5s.
Because I've got Guide, I reroll all hits. And because you're doomed, I reroll all wounds.
That is cheating.
Yes.
And,
yes, it is. Yes,
Thomas,
it is.
Hitting on 3s. To be fair, it's not a bad roll. There is one more in there, the big skull.
Death.
Cheating, that. Cheating.
That skull, man, needs to go away.
Wounding on bodies.
Right. Now I know you feel with toughness 6 for Wraith Blades.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Okay, so I see 4 so far. So we can take 4 out. I'd have just taken a 4 out and then just...
I know, I weirdly did it the wrong way around that time.
Yeah.
Okay, rubbish. So after all that, the cheating, 5. 5 in runs.
5 inputs. 5 inputs? What, with a 2-up save? Minus what? 3? What? This is outrageous. 4 wounds have gone down. One of them has gone. Does he explode? He does not. He just pathetically falls over. Mirror, mirror on the wall, whose blade is the bladiest of them all? The Banshee woman. Right then, 10 attacks hitting on 2s or 3s? 3s? I'm pretty sure it's 3s.
3s, it would be strength 4, so it'd be 5s, but because it +1 to wound, it'd be 4s, we're rolling. I'm not making it up, check the book.
It's all written on crayon, this book. It's written in crayon.
That's what I get for being cocky.
Mate, you get to re-roll because I'm doomed and guided and fortunate.
No, doomed is just a wound.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, you're going to need it now, aren't you?
So 5 in runs again.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the 5est of... it's 2 damaging.
No. Oh yeah, 2 damage, yeah. Yeah.
Does he explode? He does! Yes!
Do these explode?
They actually do, yeah. They do. I think they only do 1 mortal wound, I'll have to double check. But that would be probably enough to kill the Banshee. She was like, mirror, mirror on the wall.
Do you know how much she's got?
You're going to tell me she's got 3 or 4 wounds now. Yeah, 3. Small victories. She lost a wound. And so did these. Who needs to fight when you've got mortal wounds, baby? Right then, here we go. The final one. Mr. Kyle is just going to get his dice ready. Which one would you prefer to start with?
Do Wraith Lords.
Ooh, okay. Have you already got the dice? Oh, he's already got the dice.
Only 4 attacks.
Oh, okay. That's pretty simple. Even you can count to 4.
Skull. I think it's weird.
I think he's weird on the score.
3s.
3s, you say? Oh, 2. 2, you say? Pass 1, fail 1. D3 plus 3. Ooh.
4.
4.
Okay.
4. Okay, so he's down to 7 wounds remaining. Will Jane Zar be able to finish it off? How many attacks are 6?
6, yeah.
Oh, look at this. I'm starting to learn.
2s.
Okay.
Starting there.
He's forgotten now. 1 minute, guys. So I'm just going to talk you through what I was going to do in my turn. Well, knowing that I was going to be tabled, my turn just ends quickly. So, unfortunately...
5.
5, there we go, 5. Oh my god, and you roll 3 as well. 5 up inlands.
6 damage.
Oh, he's on a wound. He's on a wound. I didn't get tabled. Yes. Now he gets to attack back with his.
He loses 1 attack because of.
It'll be on one. It'll be on one attack.
Yeah.
Does it
No,
actually?
he must have one attack, surely.
Oh, he actually hits. He's gone into Jane's eye. He's going to kick her.
Do it.
He's going to wound her.
What damage is it? Yeah.
That'll be your regular save.
He's gonna do it! She loses a wound!
He just stood on her. That's brilliant.
Oh, right then.
I guess it's my recap.
Is there anything to recap? Did anything happen this turn? I don't think it did. I don't think anything, unless there is video evidence.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
If only. Right, we'll be back with Mr. Kyle's recap.
Wow. one model with one wound left. Eldar again, fantastic round. The psychic did help, but the high AP is really forcing Jimmy to go roll into his invuns. So I scored 2 for Scour the Future on objective number 2, by giving me 3 points. I got Assassination with the Datasmith from Jane's R, so by giving me number 3 points. I get 12 for the primary plus 3 for the additional for killing 3 units, getting me 15. You guys, by now, pretty much know where this is going or has gone. So it would be Jimmy's turn 3, but bagging no primaries. He is well and truly suffering the losses. So...
You think I'm going to concede? Are you mad? No, we're just going to cut straight to the end. Well, there we have it, guys. We played my shooting phase off camera just to see if I could kill Jane's R. I did. Yes! Hitting on 6s. So the best unit in the game, the Onager June Crawler, is the MVP. And Jane's R is a little bitch. So,
you really don't like it, do you?
Do not like that.
He's angry, he's knocking
I'm
the terrain on the floor.
Knocking stuff on the floor. There we are. Move it to one side. So, final score, guys. 76 to the Eldar and 50 to the Admech. Before we started this, Mr. Kyle sent me a message saying, Admech have won, there is no point in playing this game. I sent him the message back saying, we've not played the game yet, don't write yourself off. So, yeah, there we go.
Right, here's my...
Dumb logic.
Yeah, basically. Admech, when they do very well with like the amount of shots, generally speaking, it's kind of the volley of the shots that generally you get lucky with certain 6s and mortal wounds, etc. Possibly when you get more bigger games, you've got more of that. Because I had such an elitist army, a few big mistakes, you really feel it with an elite army. When I got the Banshees failing the first charge, I was like, not good at all. But as much as Jane's are really balled your noodle, she did fantastic, let's face it. She kind of just, okay, I got a 4 on the resurrection, but she managed to kind of sweep through. It's the first time I've really used the Banshees, first time I've used her, and she's got quite a lot of like overlapping Overwatch, and you can shut down attacks and stuff like that. And yeah, really good. And obviously my attitude with this was trying to have like the potential to do mortal wounds with the Psychers. I really didn't do any mortal wounds on you. I think you did more mortal wounds on me than anything.
Yeah, especially when I explode.
Exactly. Eldrad, being the boss support character he is, really kind of leveled up, did what he needed to do, and kind of continued. I think Wraith units are brilliant. I think the -1 damage, the high toughness, the ability they've got core so you can really buffer them and them sort of things. They really got potential. A lot of people use obviously the axe and the shields for the invuln and the damage too, but I love the sword variant just for the sheer amount of attacks, like a gazillion power sword abilities and slice and dicing and all that good stuff. Just unfortunately how 9th edition turned out, everyone's got an invuln. So it kind of becomes slightly irrelevant. But the sheer volley of the attacks, you can start to sort of chip away at stuff. Wraith Lords, obviously just really strong, stoic characters that kind of drift the board. Yeah, realistically, Eldar did fantastic. I really, as much as like, I know I said it before the game, I really didn't feel my chances at all. I really didn't. I just thought with the buff to Admech with the 5-up buns and stuff, it'd come trump, but I think a bit
Past a few.
yeah, a bit of bad luck from your side with the rolling. You know, the fate with me especially, but again, yeah, just a solid little game from the Eldar, which I'm massively happy about. Eldar for me is one of my focuses this year to get a really fleshed out army. So what you see here is not the final product. I've got a lot behind the scenes with them already painted, already built, and hopefully in future games with Eldar, bigger games or even more 1,000-point games, you'll definitely see them. But then saying that Admech, we've got quite a few little bits and bats to kind of go through.
Got a little bit more. A lot of it needs painting, and we've got enough on our plates at the minute where I don't think we'll see Admech again for another few months, if not a little bit longer. They pop up now and again. Plus I'd like to, when we do eventually re-add stuff to the Admech, I want to get some more of the newer range of Admech, because this was a 7th edition army bought off a friend. So it's a bit battered and bruised in places, like antennas and knocked off and stuff, but I want to get, you know, the guys at I think the Flamers, I want to get some of the dogs.
Yeah, dogs are great.
I want to get some more Iron Strider with las cannons, that sort of thing. So,
yeah, I think they'll definitely come. I think how we want to probably play it is, you know, maybe Eldar will face against something in time to come, because obviously they did really well, you know, potentially even do against guards. That might be quite an interesting one. But again, how we're going to keep doing it is the polls for the time being, getting you guys really interacted into how we want to play. So expect a poll very, very soon. Not really sure what, but we'll give you the guys free reign.
One Batrep coming up where I will be using a certain army. I'm not going to say which army that is yet. You know which army it is. You just need to pick what you want to use, and then that's when we're going to film next time. And then by which point we should have a poll out. So if you're new around here and you've made it this far, thank you. Hopefully you were entertained with the last turn shenanigans. And please feel free to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. Share amongst your friends. Just say no spoilers. Goes a certain way. Just keep laughing. They have a laugh with it, because at the end of the day, it is Warhammer. You might not be having a bit.
We always seem to have a habit with a disclaimer when you guys or we feel like it's going to go one way, and the vibe is very much towards Jimmy or towards myself, depending on what game we're playing. And there's always there's been so many little nuggets of a flip at the end where people turn off and stuff. So it's great if you guys got to the end of this and witnessed it. But yeah, there'll be definitely more coming soon, showcasing more of the range we've got going on. And like I said, Eldar will be back very soon with another wave of Eldari to their ranks.
Yes, so with that being said, guys, I think we will be off. We will see you in the next one, whichever that will be, and when that will be. Hopefully it should be in a couple of weeks' time from watching this. Apologies that this one was delayed. There's a damp issue over there somewhere, so that was being fixed on the day we were meant to film. So we've thrown it in on a school night. So I'm going to go and book a taxi now and head home. Yeah, I should probably catch the bus. I should probably do that and save a bit of money. But it was payday for me today, so screw it. Let's spend £8 on a taxi. Right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you
later
in the next one. And can't believe the Admechs caught a taxi home. There we go. Right, see you guys later.
So, Jimmy wasn't lying when I said it's an elitist army, because this is definitely that. 1,000 points of Eldari today. My Warlord is Eldrad. He has
I think I'll end up steamrolling this army, I really do. Hi!
So in 5 and 4 5s basically.
Oh, God. Because Jane Zar is a sweaty whore, she has... God, stack.
And that is that for combat.
What the fuck, why did that start